As we look at the success of the Nintendo Switch from 2017, it is obvious that 2018 will be just as big, if not bigger, of a year for Nintendo. Here are the top 15 best Switch titles coming to the console in 2018 that should be on your radar. Coming in at number 15 is the upcoming Yoshi game that is currently untitled. If you thought that Yoshi's Woolly World on the Wii U was pretty cute, well, think again. The next Yoshi game is coming to the Switch sometime this year, but Nintendo is being very rude and is not disclosing any info on the actual release date at this time. Instead of yarn and wool, it seems that Yoshi's next adventure takes place in a cardboard cutout type world that lets you switch views to see the level from opposite sides, allowing you to find hidden passages and secret items. Number 14 is Kirby Star Allies. This title is the next big journey starring our favorite pink puffball. Unlike the previous few Kirby titles, Star Allies is not playing around with any gimmicks like jumping between the foreground and background or using high-powered mech suits for combat. Star Allies is pure Kirby that you can play with up to 4 friends, inhale enemies to get their special powers, fight that evil tree that seems to be always causing trouble, get all of the collectibles, and have a grand old time. With the Switch coming out of the box with 2 controllers, playing multiplayer has never been easier. Number 13 on our list is Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. This series started off back on the Nintendo Wii, and now this is the 3rd game in the series. This may not be a full-fledged Numbers sequel, but it is going to feature our favorite assassin, Travis Touchdown, and all of his katana-wielding glory. While the past 2 No More Heroes games focused on getting through linear 3D environments that would lead to a big boss fight, Travis Strikes Again is taking a bit of a different route. You are still going to have that fabulous hack and slash gameplay that we're used to, but Travis will be finding himself trapped in a video game console that throws him into 6 different game worlds. These 6 games are brand new titles, built for the ground up for Travis Strikes Again, but the director on the title, Suda51, says that the game worlds will be paying homage to the other popular indie games that we have seen in recent years. Again, while this isn't No More Heroes 3, it is definitely a step in the right direction. Coming up at number 12 is Mega Man 11. It has been a very, very long time since we've seen a new entry in the original Mega Man series owned by Capcom, 8 years to be exact. Since then, we've gotten canceled games, we've gotten fan-made games, and we got a spiritual successor to Mega Man called Mighty No. 9, which no one really wants to talk about at this point. Capcom is finally making fans happy by celebrating the 30th anniversary of the series by bringing Mega Man back to life with a brand new numbered entry. Mega Man 11 seems to contain all of the highlights that the series has been known for, except the fact that the title will be ditching the usual pixel art style for a more polygonal 3D design. Let's hope that the release window of late 2018 isn't too late into the year. Number 11 on our list is Project Octopath Traveler. We don't know much about this game, but what we do know is that the game is a major throwback to classic Final Fantasy, full of dungeons, intense storylines, and memorable characters, along with the battle system that seems to work without a hitch. In this RPG, there are 8 unique adventurers for you to play as, and they all have different stories as well as abilities to play around with. Next on our list is Mario Tennis Aces. We all know that there has been a Mario Tennis title unlike every Nintendo system ever, but Nintendo wants to make one thing clear on this new one for the Switch. There is a story mode, just like the one from Mario Tennis Power Tour on the GBA back in 2005, complete with boss battles, a variety of missions, and fierce competition. Mario Tennis Aces looks to be a fresh iteration on the classic sports series, and it's heading to the Switch in spring of this year. We hope that the inclusion of a story mode makes this a must-play for any Mario fans who might not be super big into tennis. Number 9 on our list is The World Ends With You Final Remix. In 2008, a Square Enix RPG by the name of The World Ends With You released on the Nintendo DS. This game was super stylized, and the setting took huge inspiration from modern-day locations found in Tokyo. Using the dual screens and the touchscreen that the DS had to offer, the battle system focused on controlling 2 characters at once, one on the top screen and one on the bottom screen, which made for some pretty intense fights. With it being a decade since it was originally released, this cult hit still has not received a proper sequel, even though fans have been asking for it for a very long time. With this final remix of the original coming to the Nintendo Switch this year, we really hope that a sequel is on the way. Number 8 on our list is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. When Retro Studios brought back Donkey Kong and his friends to the Nintendo Wii with Donkey Kong Country Returns, we couldn't have been more happy to see our favorite primate come back to glory. Country Returns definitely made us remember how difficult the 2D platforming was. Even playing multiplayer with the buddy proved to be insanely challenging. And don't even get us started on how hard it was to gather all of the collectibles. The 2014 sequel, Tropical Freeze, brought us even more Donkey Kong goodness. However, it was trapped on a console that didn't sell so well at all, the Wii U. Luckily, Nintendo has announced that the title will be coming to the Switch this year with some added content. This port will feature local co-op and also a new character to play around with, Funky Kong. If you originally opted out of the Wii U version, now's your chance to scratch that banana collecting itch. Number 7 on our list is Wargroove. If you've been playing Nintendo games for a while, then you probably remember a little franchise called Advance Wars. It was Nintendo's flagship turn-based tactics series on the Game Boy Advance and Nintendo DS alongside Fire Emblem. The series features some pretty intense gameplay that had you on the edge of your seat at all times. So, Wargroove isn't Advance Wars, and it's not made by Nintendo, but the strategy game by Chucklefish is heavily inspired by Nintendo's dormant franchise. From what we can see so far, it looks super impressive and is sure to be a huge hit once it launches on the eShop early this year. Number 6 on our list is Dark Souls Remastered. Dark Souls is coming to the Switch, which marks the first time that the series has been released on a Nintendo console, which is obviously a huge deal. We have seen other big developers show their support with M-rated titles like LA Noire, Doom, Skyrim, and the upcoming Wolfenstein 2, but now you can add the original Dark Souls to that list. This remaster for the Switch will include the Artorias of the Abyss DLC, as well as improved frame rate and updated resolution to play the game in. Prepare to die, because Dark Souls Remastered will be released on the Switch come May 25th, 2018. Up next at number 5 on our list is Fire Emblem. Yes, we are getting a brand new Fire Emblem title on the Switch sometime this year, which marks the first time in about 10 years that we've seen a proper Fire Emblem game on a home console, which is something to celebrate. If it turns out to be anything like Fire Emblem Awakening or Fire Emblem Fates, then we doubt that fans of the tactical RPG series will be disappointed at all. Coming in at number 4 on this list is Lost Sphere. I Am Setsuna released in early 2016 and was developed by Tokyo RPG Factory, which is a brand new studio that was created just for the development of I Am Setsuna. This game is the spiritual successor to that title, and once again continues to draw inspiration from old school RPGs like Chrono Trigger and classic Final Fantasy. With that 90s aesthetic, active time battle system, and a great story, Lost Sphere is one RPG that should not be missed on the Switch. Getting the bronze medal at number 3 on our list is Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. Hyrule Warriors takes Link and a bunch of other characters from the Zelda franchise and throws them into huge, large-scale battles with zany special attacks and many combos to learn. This edition on the Switch will be giving you all the previously released downloadable content, as well as the ability to play split-screen multiplayer with a friend, a feature that the Wii U version was lacking. On top of this, there are new Breath of the Wild costumes for both Zelda and Link for you to wear. The runner-up on this list is Super Meat Boy Forever. This time around in this title, the high difficulty is still ever so present, but instead of going through a small level, the game is now an endless runner. The title was originally being developed for mobile devices, but the team went on to make a full-fledged sequel for the Switch and every other console. Coming in at number 1 on our list is Valkyria Chronicles 4. Everyone, stop what you're doing, alert the media and the press. Valkyria Chronicles 4 is the first time that the tactical role-playing series has been released on a Nintendo system. If you've never heard of this series, don't worry, most people haven't, and this 4th iteration would probably go under the radar. This title deals with war in the 20th century, but it all takes place in an alternate universe. If you're looking for a game to help with the painful wait for that Fire Emblem game, you might enjoy this game with its strong characters and plot. And that's it for this video. These are our picks, so if you have any personal choices that you feel we may have overlooked, feel free to comment below and let us know what they are. If you have not yet subscribed, you should, as we have much more great content coming up on this channel for you to watch. Once again, this is Ian from Twinfinite, and as always, thanks for watching and we will see you next time.